one you would want to start with. And as a reshuffle, we'll make you comment on where we are. Then we do Baumia and the response from the NDC. Me and you.
Obi, reshuffle no. Abano, energy some. It's answer over some time no. Na party for we were expectations. Jira Mampeni Akufo-Addo. Obeye in such a moon. Na nipa for so abem. Be it as it may, a jebo, a jananya bidu. The yes, any say, Yenuanom na yedi sa kwenya we na more mono. Omungu ye ni masi. Esan say, last days are dangerous. Ebikwa na obi o no ma waye ne nhihye yebi. Ama efidisumbi da ho. Oba so one finance for no one take you decisions here. Or you become liable for those decisions. Some call no be anfanensi phone. Everybody must ethically make sure say adia we be ane kwan so ano no. Na one fire party in the two ametri form. Anfa Ghana man sa so anyede embassy form. Sa futu no na me de wo ema me nuanom no so. Omo so a mpanifo no so ayeyi omo na ebi ko no. Yes omo say mfie sianie ediko mfie nson poni so aja say I be di ministers. E wo mu say yeyi ukofie ya na so yesrom ani die mu na ahobrase mu a obi anko dadin mo obi amfa ya odie bia enhye nu obi o ana ba na ne nkwan sija so ahu a ben anka ono ka fe na anka obesa nkwan enso no nkwan ya manantie ana esi onko na Ekosiisen ni mi aminua Collins Adumako mensa mo meto aso amome sankwan no ya so what I say me can be on say ye can no esrio but my remfie nanu ya Professor Frimpong Boating
yes
so what I say go to na fie so hunsu anosu anope me can already so it says Celestia Palu o can so bi say papa bi wo NDC mu enma ira ma yi ni fi energy ministry ro e kana ma no yere hohia enyeyi eti e kwan no se anka wo dan a wo se kwan na eden etene yenimpa sebi wedi mfie mpoi esunsun obi na wudi 2 years and 3 years campo as the CEO of a corporate organization campo it's not easy. It is capable of changing your life and that of your family. So what I say, nanka we di minister for 7 years. So be there now she be. Eti yesro mo ya odi a show makume mu ma mo de bia amunya nanka yo man e bibia nkoto enkode din okono ma ko transi din no abo aban na chidom emfa adwum boni bia nkotena na enye sembe sabotage aban no ye frɛ mo parliament ko say omunko take decision o se menko maybe I'm any tuane de yempesa suban ni bi yes sure 7 years is enough
because especially for ministers no almost say MPs no
exactly the point I'm making yes sure 7 years is good enough then I will share bi
dem say be any vision or the co-minister on timi enyenwe
John Mama de ni bi
o say
obi e ya yon kofa asem that's what I got John Mama de ni bi na ba kare vision of the past Masaja side Eriabo Osemuzu Miniano and Chevy serious Obi
yes
no on a more serious note you say be more nanka we cooking and quine I see just a bing
that's a ministry where you cook quine you got some Ghana for any quine you kono
sir anyamuna ya mubu ebese de oyama hweham de no on pepa ne sound kwa exactly enti yesum Ghana for no say hweham de bi betimi afimu so anti enti no obi wa ne wakuku ne nkwan bi a aben anka o twen no ache no asabia wen emre na nya nso na yeyi na de afiu no to be okotrancha no the yaudie no PCE no PC. One of the worrying things I made a matter about this reshuffle I think is quite unfortunate is in the open and I said the limelight near the fact say will be losing the seat in here say no. I don't think say it should happen. So what I say. I mean, there are several reasons why people could be reshuffled.
Yes.
But I don't think one of them or the very one that was say the two guys say will be losing the seat in Tino Yina Kota. I mean that one there I don't think say it's a
it
proper,
can be a consideration a president be consider.
I don't think say
o take a decision because I'm for lose almost seat almost primary.
No, it's quite unfortunate.
It cannot be that.
I cannot be that. Me who say Adrian Yere Akufo-Addo de be a Jumasa. No, I don't think, because when you do that, obi bia or tendencies of being disgruntled no. Obetima ha ban no. So I said, friend say you international and you dream boom, you could take a decision of parliament. Remember, I saw in my colleagues sitting to me here. Why are you calling me? So I don't think it's a tendency here. You're a man penny at the bay Juma say will be in a losing decision. But I think it's good enough. So was serve about 6-7 years in power. Yes, a Cotinasi no be so messy. Sebi, it's football crampa. What Bobe 80 minutes? Na continue if you na and as musu mebo 10 minutes and so money
now if that your point is anything to go by, what would explain somebody like Frida Prempeh, the decision on her?
Now was okay.
But she was appointed about 5 months ago.
How does that matter? It is the prerogative of the president.
No, I understand.
Exactly.
I understand.
And he exercised that prerogative. Okay. Come again.
The one of the considerations our president take here in making this decision cannot be the fact that
it cannot be
primaries.
And
I'm asking you, sir.
Yeah.
The coincidence is also very rich because it seems that MPs ni lose primaries.
So Frida, the first time was serving as minister.
Yes, I agree.
What time will be seen there? Obi. No, you are open so me pound.
Call Works and House and Kakra. I call Minister of State at the presidency.
So what time will be seen there? Now, I'm penny say kwajiwa home kakra. And I'm saying it cannot be. I just don't want anybody to think say
Olusu primaries.
Yeah, Oman penny cannot say that. Menya sure so be cancer. So what I say because so cancer then he's actually charging the people to be disgruntled.
To be disgruntled and work against
his administration. And I don't think so Oman penny will make that decision. So what I say. It's just a matter of say what soon be. No be so far dream for from ba. Mama tying to the point in so no minority for to papa so ka say late and
there was some quite time and Ghana for you neka time
yeah what crisis time be o
say
ya cho time be there reshuffle sometimes am comedy any bo adwen wa won tiase o obi yem bisa ye some of the reasons in tia excessive reshuffle ba. Say one fresh energies and fresh knowledge, distribution of words. And yes, I am moka. Monsieur Sebi eneno say a jiffy and eskumisem near the koshe obi sema. Obi also has a line of constituents in the Pebia, depending on so almost on some of the words will trickle down to those people. Assuming so we take you over and now change the contractors are then eskumi yusuno. Now so far new contractors are you are making new people also rich. Is that not the case?
Yeah.
And see, from now to the end of the year, if new people get rich, is it bad? Is it too late for some different set of people to acquire some wealth and resources? Is it too bad? Is it too bad for somebody to contribute knowledge to development in the next 8 to 10 months?
No.
So what point are they making? Sebi. Man your phone and I minti on wasio. Here is a Bible say nipa wadi nyina ho kwan. Nemo nyeni nyina na fata me boa. Edi nyensem nya na ye de anu tumo fi so ni hwe kan. You keep quiet. Baza and say na late. It is inconsequential. Always say, is it your prerogative? Is it their prerogative? It is not their prerogative. It is that of the president. And he has exercised it. It is bibi adwin chebicha you wait me a chair in a positive in a I too late in a soon for so na that's some kwa pony. Azumi say na ya eti wonu mi so be here ni amon ho sema no or is I say a responsibility and I say duty on behalf of the president. E kwan bi one ensese oya. You're telling me that it's too late. Aban ne term ba be kwa wie. Nti nya no no ntana ona onye ni opa biasa. Is that their contemplation? Charlie. And since somebody who are munjai. Oh, Abai Risha, we wish them well. Say, yeah, office, Nempono enmity, Yera, not don't pay. He made a fantastic point. Also, we are in a competitive world. ye ne munya na ekosi akan sabi se ye bonetro kan mo ye monetro kan na mo nhye na mo ha on say sometimes I didn't even have how too much. It me enko ye nim ye the contest of ideas. So what I said, the edit two jan almost some form would any been two jana ye enko ye nim na bi omo ne nam ne de.
Shut down koye on.
David.
Very well.
Na me mo ma botre.
Mate, akpalo obi bi kan wo reshuffle ne hu bi wana se wa wie.
Reshuffle.
So what can we?
And never be on.
Assemble.
Never be. And never one would say, you can't make any.
Assemble be no.
Oh, share composition. Also, much more in Cocrafuni in every. So then, my channel. I shall more prepare or more for the future.
The new generation of leaders in the party.
Because I say, and Cocrafono, or my own dear, to our own cotinase. Now, Mrantiano may take you over from, I say, succession plan be no master share. It usually I won't buy in a bamboo, Cocrobium, and Mrantian Kwan, and Mabawana, Abadi. Oh, say it on the home. Katie Monia that in the room. Some by some way in Cocrafo, and over them, Mrantia, Salam Besamitre. And it's me to me, no, it's good. It's good for this country because it's a you to know opportunity. No more servo because and Osha the said the minia Adam
yes
Fred Cassiano say o se Katie Momu yeah okra kan back with Kandapa
is in there yes
they are there omo so omo face omo out so the mention but they are there to guide these young people so omo team man nye emrantie nko you know I think say to me no chemistry
balance na
good ebeboa na ohwe mo amadu so mu siti na eyi omo no in the next parliament they will not be there and why should you keep that person now say abra obi one ma o potential say or no beba parliament so the mention and you know very well say you most of the MP ministers should come from parliament. That's our law now until we change. Definitely obi a potential so obey MP obey MP next there's a man opportunity no see adwuma no it is because okay put feed the prempa or next parliament
yes
ama poma will not come
yes
it is am go for nyina na so mo drop one to me na more opportunity. That's what I would have done. You sit down with them, explain things to them. So mo just say so mo ko tenafie na omo afenya ya to aba ma wo mo parliament dada no and now should be free ba we say Kingsley omi na so young people and currently leader now as a presidential candidate and as a flag bearer no so very young man so the though when you need there but we should age
relatively
and we expect so ne sa new breed and be adwuma otimi go fufa ngokrafo no munya adwuma because so be den e no be ka che mo mbeti because we dey say ba omi aba president na papa Hakumaro Usu Ajimai no any minister of BB they don't know be ka che no beti like I say small boy ba party mdabe so I think what they've done to me it makes sense and now we will be able to lose it's Trobu MP what lose at least you go stay out, let the young people take over. Now, among groom it at least for less than 1 year now, Omobabe experiencing deputy ministry in this animal. Good. Also, be say Cook Boy, for instance, though Nehonoman winning back to parliament, a 50-50 chance, and straightforward. But who is saying and go from top of man, maybe they might reconsider and say, no, Papa, we potential. And that's a very young person, young man, fantastic brain. What the neighbor back to hop. So the mention, I think it made a lot of sense. We show more composition now. I say, you encourage you so. Now, I'm say, gentleman, the secretary. So, could you our cousin be? Men in the yard was say, Ubzan is there. I said, NDC4, and you're happy with it. And also, but we were expecting them to be happy. And it's a very profound because the idea ubesa asabia man
opposition
opposition no but ombia within them no they feel say Charlie idea no be correct but omuti make admit publicly say correct but when they made me support to any pan of the to young people no be boa o man no na now o can be fufu be now
no me ba edimam Fred obek resafo no where we wo ho
me kan hwe fan we o
okay and dem me patcho ma mentie we
obi
ba o kan no adwene ho say e betimi ato
list ni beto dwa hwe mu sa na anka me hwe edin ba
na opedin ba ko bi
na me hwe edin ba ko mehu
edin ben ya
me hwe na Ghana force na mo hwe say edin ba ti me hwe mu over because the first name I was expecting they say anka mapeni na kata di be ombi
the president himself on one resafo ne ho
he's the first person I was expecting to see on the list me hwe sa me hu na me say ti we akwa nyina ti Ekosiisen me nuanum na ya mom opportunity esi yi I don't even know whether I should congratulate them and I should cry for them. To be honest with you, Oshe Obeti say Minya Collins Adomako. Great guy. Wonderful guy. But at this time, I never be me. February bani we yo. After my back of vet Mr. Nyamani we yo. Yeah. Near round March. That be na kwati na ministry hall. Na wa steady ho ni akoso nyina. Na odi a share steady free him. Ye kwa bato. Obi if you are working the government circuit before, election na enye easy. Pressures that will come on you from all angles.
Yeah.
Because at this point, government are desperate. Or person winning elections. And they will put pressure on all appointees to do things that some of the things we are winning sanka enye the papa. And I can say, me name se means sumo and now I should praise them. You know, boy, fantastic guy. Oko health insurance, at least for a very long time now, there be some general stability in that area. You can't take it away from him. Wouldn't it be health? Would be true health? Minister, if you minister out to me, I want the contract me and Yama Bisan, I was in an drink. Do you know the number of mess who are created there to home? This are messing in the baby your boy at this point. Oh, it's a serious issue. Sanya money power to me jitum openly say na adwene en fancy ye and not take a decision on behalf of Ghana. Do you know the number of decisions you take here? Na be na want me adwene ye. Enti obi sa ndiko share wa. Ye nua titles Glover. So na ko share Vaco. We are told say no nka start here to nyama ye say Vaco never back. They say ordinary as a regional minister.
Greater Accra
regional minister. Obi, I can only wish them well. Now, many are coming and no. Oh, yeah, manual no. We need to be very careful. And these are not things I expect and get better do so Kranenka. Obi, a more appointment as a minister. And you was can Benyagu both to me appointment. And you dinner Benya an individual name, the benefit now Benyantina. Ghana made acquisition as a minister. You are made a minister to help solve the problems of our country. Fundamentally. On mining ye no mining can corner and no tina ye do I go to say construct minus so. And so be a better way did the mean on content or be frozen bed no me. What can I argument?
Is that what I said?
Can I please make myself?
No, but you cannot misconstrue.
We can play your tape back. I
play it.
No, say
play it.
I'm new be to am.
Dem is so you are one exactly.
One day
obi be ba betwe.
Obi say no can me etiase for do tiase. Na am when we were talking I kept quiet.
Mama,
yeah, but you are quoting me. Monk if he's quoting me, let him quote me right.
Okay. I'm only making a general point say that perception that thinking say oh ya mo be appointment okodidi okoribi ebi obi anu ebi atota ko de be ye ne retirement ye ni prekunti what kind of thing is that and nothing man for ministerial appointment. Is that a mindset? Is that a thinking? Is that what Ghanaians are expecting? No wonder we are where we are today really. Because it's really about ni aman for benya shomu botom, ni aman for bedi, enye Ghana ninti. Now what am I hearing you read on when I was coming to the General Secretary Yenu Yakodia say Ken Oforiatta be appointed to the presidency as advisor to government on the economy and envoy to then.
Oh yeah. Over me bo main position nema wana.
But I mean TNT for 20 ne biome.
Advisor.
My more position of four.
Oforiatta. Ghana history about hold it.
Okay, into senior presidential advisor on the economy.
Can you imagine?
And the president's special envoy on international investment and the capital markets.
So who are they fooling?
And that is the reporter, some journalists close to the seat of government, pick. Said,
radio station ready to
no, as I see news, I report my job online. I report.
As I say news, they are them to about the far by one. If I can over at how will you challenge it?
Oh, some challenging.
So I'm only tell you, it's a very authentic thing. Unless they be a Bekasa winner or making we there. This minister Bakwa for the first time in Ghana's history, almost all the majority side of parliament rose up and put pressure on the president and say, Papa Edienya. Papa Beye is about his personal benefit. Okoji Lona, no any private entity, and ya 1% in the Kawina. Prepare supervisor, my way, my man at Japan to uncle. MPP said there's not me. Yen na kai, and maybe, oh, should be no such. I reach out for your Sunday. Also, my penny to me in free home. And so to me in free order, and not me rich for no. They were saying these days. Now, no way enough for finance. Only pana also 1 year, dear. One born home modern. Or nothing like economy at Japan Sunday. Nunti alaji ba omiako jina UPSA. Bonibio Mubiano, no tin who they're free. I first said that Oforiatta is even very angry about some of the things he said about the policies, not on no bar or Abesacro, they are truthful or no intino. After the number advisor, advise who? Now, I mean Adams.
Advise the president. Senior presidential advisor on the economy.
No, what kind of joke is this? Obi, what is this? What kind of concept is this?
Nothing now.
What child's play is this?
Terms of reference now. Okay,
but you have read it all. I've read it.
But I'm saying, sir, he would also serve as the special envoy on international investment and capital. You don't know.
Why don't we know? But we have just mentioned what it entails. What else?
The president's special envoy.
Special envoy
on international investment and capital markets.
Yes, investment. No say investment, no international investment.
You think he cannot play that role?
Me say international investment no and at the end of the day, you're not in a bush for no my penny but for na for so kete. And you're my Ghana.
How?
That is there's somebody. You can't say. You see, Ghana Obi. I will say this today and I will say it every day. The reason your men we here will be a war. And they say we are very, very hypocritical. This country, all of us. We are not truthful. I'm telling you, we are pretenders. Say Obi, Oforiatta idea we will find everywhere. Me say, you be canning differently. So before for there, nothing ya so ya no there 20 panels. All of us, including you in the media, all of us, we are not correct. That's why this country is where it is today. This is why this country, can you imagine what would have happened in this country? Serbia, you represent Mama Neo Mampeni. Oh no, I find a cousin and I said or your finance minister. No any private company. Or no kono koji loans in Yamade bar. Now the company name ya hon faswo. Say advisor to the ministry. What would have happened in this country?
Okay.
Akadena Ghana for a month for now. Some of them are come neutral. Some of them are now watching animals on television. They don't talk about politics. What could they have said? People would have created sermons in puppets. People na nanoma info back kanka for oh wukasa man kembi Fred amount for anka na nanoma info back kanka sembe bre ye na you people in the media all of us be you obi there dey enye di hwe I appointment on my ye there obi say ya accident me am not empathizing with the people who have been appointed honestly. I'm empathizing with them truly. What are they going to do differently? O man penineti hono why crado, why ready say, and pampa or the Secretary Ghana? What is the president's vision? Really, the president where he is today, or no Nani power for Ghana anything. Because he must provide that vision, that leadership.
And you've not seen it.
Now all the appointees in the bar, then they'll come and drive it.
Yeah, that's
From what we see today, what leadership the president providing? What vision the president providing? Alaji Baumia, you see, and that is why all of us in conclusion. Manual say radio natives in Casa. We need to be very careful we say. Go back onto the internet now, go and Google. 2016 president my appointments, a year reshuffle. The things Alaji Baumia said at the time. If I'm going to repeat the same things today, Umame Campo, you will stop me. There's things he said. If I want to quote him verbatim, you will start telling me. So is it an election machinery they're putting in place? Is it the case that the reshuffle is no longer about Ghanaians and Ghana's development, but it's really an election machinery? Can I also come to that conclusion? But the man who is seeking to become the next president on the ticket of MPP, when President Ahmad did in 2016, those were the things he said. You can go and find it out. And to me, Omaino Nitia Butu.
Okay.
Oye Nebia Enye
Medase.
Kofi Womo Ama Womo then there Womo.
The
Echo because there's no leadership.
Medase.
There's no vision driving anything.
Well, say Obi, please tell Ernest Yaokumi that it was due to the unique nature of the current parliament. The NPP MPs getting disgruntled and refusing to be in the house to support and approve government policies after a reshuffle, that the president delayed the changes. We recall how the NPP flag bearer elections also got delayed because President Akufo-Addo didn't want to become a lame duck president. Larry Dugbe. Edie Enono. Obi, good evening. Do you know that if Honorable Okoboy is approved, he will be the second health minister from that constituency, and I think it's good for the people of Teshi. Anyways, congratulations to him and my MP, Honorable Adelaide in team of Insuta Kwaman Beposo. Abraham Lincoln, Insuta Kwaman Beposo. Ede, we are praying. Obi, good evening. On the reshuffle, I think they have served well in their best capacity, and we thank all of them. Of course, the time is short for the new ministers, but we'll still expect the best from them. It is a neat strategy, also optimistic and a visionary one. I hope it yields the needed results. Success PK. It was Spintex. Obi, good evening. Honorable Frida Prempe was a minister of state at the presidency. Being a sanitation minister was not her first appointment. Prince, University of Ghana. Prince, thank you. Obi, wonderful reshuffle by Nana Akufo-Addo. But I want to touch on the NDC press conference on Dr. Baumia. Indeed, Dr. Baumia is too hot for the NDC to handle. I carefully watched NDC General Secretary Fifi Kwete's presser, and I got an impression that they are not ready for power. Fifi Kwete struggled in his lengthy press conference to discredit a single point of Dr. Baumia's numerous game-changing vision. Okro Yeboah, or Breman Benin. Obi, these changes of ministers will not change anything at this hour. It is long overdue, and I think it is not necessary because it is obvious they are going into opposition. Amanase Bumuche Festival 2024. Sir Prince or Ayen Suano. Odia Breye Enono. Ernest, Messiah Bahona Yenshe, the Baumia address matters arising, the NDC's response, and from the party's general secretary. Where's the Obi? So as for Fred and his NDC, every move by this government is about election machinery. They are just scared of the team that would break the 8. Fawaz, Ewo Amasaman, Nedie Eni. Yes.
They couldn't break. Couldn't win the election. Isn't that?
Yes, it is.
On some account we video so that say memeda na me sorry. Ne ka chem say Yira Mahmoud Baumia wakasa. Mimi bisa se den okan yo. Me bisa se kwan ben ye be fa so e de be ye adwuma.
Nsem okan ye de be ye adwuma.
Yes. Because how did I so be Kenya sasem? How did I say obeka innovative ideas are a best san on mine shebre. E di se me mada na wo se bo su nyane me. Now catch him say Ernest. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia akasa me ha me kwan bisa say then no kan you me bisa say e kwan be ne e be fa so e de de o kan no e de be ye dwuma nene se me tie NDC for press conference no as a response to Yera Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na me tie o makasa fo a edi kan be kasa wo afidie so any the way how born it kan I become more prouder of the man. Serious. Because Charlie, and then I meet here at a point now me kwa majira. I watch it. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, because no any party for no kwa munti mpo mom nsem mpo ma no. Anyway, or ka some way ultimi so expect say on be chie no kwa no. But munti mi nchie no. You understand? So far, we share initiative for papa idi abetudwa. Na nsema waka. Hwe enye ya you know sana ya de bia kan yi law an objective bystander. Odi asem yi betudwa. Hwe de gutafo aka. Hwe de Association of Industry leader almost omaka. AGI. Hwe de omaka. Hwe de student front omoka. Hwe de market women eka. Before I go into the specifics now, okay, this is how you can analyze it. Near shed the opposition so eka. Opposition is someone more can yes said the papa na can whether it is achievable or not. That is not the conversation. When obi from opposition, I bet now will show you so we disputed the fact say the ideas are papa ne dia to jan and ya achievable da. Obi en komo twetwe kan etie fo ntibi. So far, what
Obia Mekasa.
So the argument is not about say and some Yera Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and they are two just say ni vision ye ne beti mi aboa Ghana no. Obia dispute here. Omunti metna fidie so nka say enya achievable ana meboa. I thought the argument should have been say the odia two no. E adia ye de ye adwuma e ma ne ye ya ye. Ana say ade bia ya danko dadadwe odi ye adwuma enye ye. But that's not the conversation. Obeshe no bia betina show so. Now say credibility. I'll come to the credibility aspect. But first of all, me tie fifi kwete press conference no. Enye na o kan me kwa me nim say over 1 year ago now Muhammad Dini Vishi etudwa o. Obi unim. Let us be honest with ourselves. It is in the press. I even read it. Make sure no Metro TV and on the statement in Osi Muhammad Division Atuja 17 months ago. You as a journalist, you are at a loss.
Be a time of Kasa with UPS.
No one tada na wunim. Osi Bia. Me so I'm also wondering as you are wondering.
Oh yeah, public statement be me and Sabi to so.
It doesn't matter. So why 4, why 5?
And I'm saying, someone was on my print 60 points.
Jesus
vision.
Medical visa, afena kaka anti 60 points and a vision. No.
Yeah, the communications bureau no a share.
Obi, I are also more.
Ade.
Me maami on Santa ne kasem na se o hwe na unti ase ni wecha na obisa ya anti we nyina efe. The we obi efe. Na dey obisi or division atudwa. Or 17 months ago. It's in the statement. You can read it. Hope me read this specific name one.
Something doubt.
Yeah, he said it 17 months ago. Now, you know, just say, what is on who button no crown or the crown ashim? Ana campus now muko rahono, ana Dr. Mahmoud Baumia or Kokasa no so who say under the vision of President Mills. The guy actually even mentioned the name of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia more than even what they have achieved in their life as a party. Or even the so-called vision also on their two jan. Every one sentence we are betting we are Mahmoud Baumia. I was at the point there. Even in the script, check it.
And I'm responded to Baumia in the Ankombo Hindi.
Also, the vision two jan. But he's there. Let me read the preamble of the statement to you. That's a young choir. It's not about who told us. Now they say, it's your toy in the one. Yes, sorry, a driver for an abontia for no. Yeah, hey, Mammy read the answer. Opa, I'm reading the preamble.
Okay.
Or say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, has been on the Building Ghana tour. So far, he has visited 11 out of the 16 regions of Ghana with his vision and a message of hope. Specifically, he has visited the following regions. I skip those places.
Regions.
Yes. As the General Secretary of the NDC, I have accompanied the President on some of these tours in pursuit of the quest to build the Ghana we want together with Ghanaians. Some of the assurances our flag bearer has given to Ghanaians on the Building Ghana tour that resonates with the immediate needs and aspirations of our diverse demographic groups across the nation include, and I listed the so-called vision. Vision ankasa or list ye be 8 pe. Ano nyaka nyina Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Every line be our befe biano. I'm telling you. Every line be our. Now baby ami kohun ye baby or say in the very auditorium, the visionary experience incorruptible nation builder John Dramani Mahama delivered his groundbreaking speech on building the Ghana we want about 17 months ago in October 2022. Nobi, before kwa yebe sa 8 vision na or there 2 whether it is even achievable, whether omo can be a chair say ombetimi aye bibi no. Na rewo sem ne say NDC for I na sometimes omo fe say omo ankasa betimi atras na omo nunu omo na omo asre. You understand? You stay in opposition for almost how many years? 7 years in meboa. I said in Ketia na ka che say who are bemwa so many things to do to the extent say unya daje kwa enfan dream but think opposition there and can dream there and can fan kwa and but 7 years in opposition. Look at the stories they are telling us. And mama nam baby obedu bia no sai infumu mo de do na no call western we just say I infubi so amanfo bebu nua ni ade no mu ni power anti no onhwe no mo so me ba power me ba nam bedi aba me ma mo power. Mema mo power and I know do a same ozio abanya bobisia wa bone betimi construct e kwan fia num say eko Burkina the next word the two just Black Stars no kwa no me ba power me the local players e beti Black Star mamo eti yanhwe e be kakra no bi odu because free SHS no betia ozio me ba power me review. It's on only vision is always a counter message of what others are saying. Now when you kwenya now say you're Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Bekasa. It will beka the musumu vision be a counter the other two ona true can be on mabo. True can ubi a wholesome cry. I'm telling you. We are in an era. You see, OTA the President Kufuor Kayano or say an hour comet. Another a man comet. So what I say, ya bedum pempen so bia, ye fi sa titimre anymore. Na ye tun futro gun kofo ni, ye twan tro chen kofo. Enye 2008 election na, ye tena omon be dada say they are going to build a better Ghana agenda. Then immediately they won the election, they abandoned the better Ghana slogan. Even look at slogans, even look at the various teams President Mahama Nankasa since or started say or person back or he said he was on a rescue mission, he was coming to correct the mistakes of the past. Bebre inconsistencies everywhere. And then our man, yenisa past life anymore. They always rebrand themselves. Nom de nyame be a drum or normal betra and trache, you know. Let me go into even the 8-point agenda now or the to vision now say Mama di bebu o man. Ube who say omutimi ka grammar and quiet timi ka na catch say you be create ejuma. How the ejuma will be created no. They think Ghanaians don't deserve it. Sana era Mahmoud Baumia aka nisem no. Ode mame ma on my first point. Economic revitalization and tax reform, OBT. Scrapping draconian taxes imposed by this MPP government. We're in your brofo. Scrapping draconian taxes. It me ma mi adwa ma oti wenchi. Obeti mi ada sorry anopa. No se me ba be scrapping taxes. Aba bi dia aba. Knowing, say you and I, we know that we need taxes for development. When you are coming to scrap the taxes, what is there as alternative? A quite ben now first or beita. Sana era Mahmoud Bami or born troka. Let me the same subject matter. Yera Mahmoud Bawumia say, I was here widening tax net, no. And yes, sir. By widening the tax net, I was say every Ghanaian also no bar power, no, the percentage of adults and to your tax, no, bear 5%. It's what he did, he say, ye fa Ghana card numbers, no, near making sure so be a the 10 number. It's a near ye can say, any padodo what 10 numbers or Ghana anum is over 17 million. And yes, Anna or Kano. It is up to GRA to use the data and enforce and ensure collection of revenue and antisa. Also about granted tax amnesty. Only is one of the brilliant ideas. Tax amnesty not all barber granting. It's not just for businesses and answer a man for say taking advantage of it. By taking advantage of it, it also brings about inclusion and expansion of the tax bracket. So what I say, it is sabi mimi business be I mean to your tax also over the period no. By that amnesty and starting on a clean slate if I go and they grant me that amnesty now, automatically I become part of the tax system and I begin to pay tax on a business that I'm not paying already. Brilliant idea, creative thinking, and I'm now I got just I'm going to scrap draconian taxes brought by this government. Can you imagine? Obi Yenko anti-corruption, anti-corruption and governance, adopting comprehensive approach to fight corruption at all levels. Where in your grammar, is it measurable? Is it achievable? How are you going to measure this? Now wait. Mutim bet na radios na mo tumfu to egun kofo ani. Sabi eti adwente ta na o de bet na opposition. No engage yourself. Go and read the preamble of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's vision. Before best started his vision, there's some paragraph view on my dekeke. I see over the last month, I have engaged in consultations and critical thinking of how he's going to solve the problems of Ghanaians. And who ridicule liar, who ridicule down, he has engaged and amended himself to critical thinking. Okachem say you are going to adopt a comprehensive approach to fight corruption at all levels. As a Chen is saying, when you yourself as a leader, you have a past record of being corrupt. A crime ben so. Sebin kamaye hu se ukotena efie no a oba back and when yesue hu bi e di bi fufuro bi ba beboan na grandma we a o kana se Chen saying. Alternatively, do you know what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said? He said he is going to pursue the digitalization agenda to fight corruption. FM. He is going to make sure, say, the discretion that is within the collection of revenue, he is going to make sure, say, by pursuing the cashless agenda, so what I say, we will eliminate corruption. And there's a one-shop site. You understand? Government.org or something. Yes. Yeah. So that all government services are pursued there. It goes direct to government. His Excellency no. By doing so, are you not eliminating corruption? Now, if you tell me, say, I'm going to eliminate all forms of corruption, brofo, keke, now I can't, now I could down. Although I know I don't read a being wall. Now we ya catch say job creation and no quite the portal implementing the 24 hours economy vision for job creation. Oh obi Reggie Rockstone or Ton Wachi. So Reggie Rockstone. Yeah. Or Ton Wachi. Wachi no tono edu fiada memenda kwesiada or Ton Wachi in 24 hours. Do you know why? Because weekends he has a higher demand.
A man for koto throughout.
Yes. So if you are buying a share and say on your 24 hours no. I didn't know doing the other days no, from Monday to Thursday no on your 24 hours. Who there be I didn't know on ye. Now we will be see when your policy yet me ko hon eko ye hon work e Kumasi. Can you imagine? Quite pathetic. Ne nyam penifo mu di eche 24-hour economy na se dun ketia ma cheche mu o se mu amu ye adwuma awia ne anopa no mu betimi eja edu adwuma ma mu free electricity eti na uja adwuma awia na anopa adwuma wo so ye na anopa no uja eto na ba ye na nwumre a how is that a 24-hour job? The worst aspect is a Ghana more ECG. You know our peak demand time being.
There's
no critical thinking in this. Now we Nebeka sem papa chair. Now say Baumia need credibility. Me test asem no kwana makoma credibility.
For no see war.
No be my other man test credibility asem ni kwenfio. Is there anybody in NDC who thinks that Mama is more credible than Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? Then the person must be joking. John Mahama has had his name involved in issues of corruption right from the time of MP through vice president to president. What are they saying? I don't even want to go to those personal level. Under his administration, Omankasa call IMF now. Under what program did they go to the IMF? Obi, tell me.
For policy credibility.
For policy credibility. So even policy-wise, you are not that credible. And I will say, and then, you are a trusted president that we have to bring you. For us in the NPP, I am repeating what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said. It is a choice of the past against the future. And if Ghanaians still want to go back to the past, because Nipebia Adanko Dada do Efra at the Dada in Toma, Eddie Ababeka, I want to know Ubisa Wankasa, Nayo one say Ubi Eddie Dana, yes, and then so be. But when it gets to President Mahama, you don't want to ask the same question. I am telling you, I don't even want to go to the issues of personal corruption and those personal credibility stuff. And I'm saying, on one kasawo abemuno, it had to take the IMF. We have to subscribe to IMF so that we can be credible within the international community. Now, my into the international market, yako pesika obi kwa tinya GAD edi amaye. Then you have the likes of Minya Sami Jemfimoni are they sitting there and saying, yenja all these goodies. Now, yenko pursue credibility now, the credibility of the messenger. Now, can you imagine?
Ernest, Medase, Akpalu.
It's a joke of the century.
Bawumia matters arise and NDC response and Mamintio.
Yo, Obi.
How many minutes
Nansia,
timekeeper.
Nansia, so
Oye 15 na wafa 15 na.
Okay.
Na be oye 15.
Wait me dey crack am menstru.
I order man 5.
Oye me brother, to me be aka ho. Hwe Obi. Asma ba omi abeka na say no. Na meteme dem na metie. Metie nsem na wo kan sa na asemba ku bi okan ase nipa be pay attention na almost more pay attention as more misquote no
there he
about sir also be mate also no a mate na so yeah
also be driver no
and also asem kan ni nyina no amafo bebre say ase Akufo-Addo amon ho modern and na all departed from that. I don't think he said that.
He didn't say that.
I just said so tinia. Unless it be a one tinia. Because more kind and he was trying to say we no mo buy ombetu or my abedru sabri a hochira o mine ku mu and the common first wa o my free honum abedru hanum. Into my way nyina hwi free SHS and then my year mo dia boa mo man that me jane na so. And only asem okan na we num pono eye Akufo-Addo na aye na me mu de na me di mate. They say see an be do be so am be say mo ma me kwanya na me be ye me so me de be bia ni hon mo kan say Akufo-Addo amon ho modin unless be a chem paragraph crawl na kan say Akufo-Addo amon ho modin ti no me be say me mate na de ben de man ti busa. What he was trying to say is say when me na me ne Akufo-Addo yaye because me be atwam no na enkura bebre awie JHS school fees intino makafie oba me krom voter regional enkura bebre na kafie muntimi ko school enkura bebre voter me ka voter me ka otini na ka ho abanyo honom bebre no o ma wie JHS muntimi ko school mutiji fie but and then because of the free status no be ye ni ntino ne Akufo-Addo ye no amman kura bebre voter regional ko school a boy papa hwe Akufo-Addo ba obey president so wanye bibia kura free SHS in Quanti. He has really helped a lot of Ghanaians and for the future of this country. Now, Obi, sa fun ye gutamin. One ko school abehunu nyansa is fun we. One ko school abehunu nyansa aye ka kwan. One ko school abehunu nyansa den abehunu nyansa dey. Everything is about mathematics. And do you know mathematics is a language? Because they represent symbols. Also, so 2 plus 4, but long sentence. And you know the 2, now the positive sign, now the 2. What can some chronology? That is the meaning of mathematics. So mathematics is language. But I want to simplify it in such a way so to me at the 10 no kind of simple. No one could score better. Me say akufo ado ade oba beye no krom hanom aboa nipa amama school. COVID na ba ye no e ba bebrebe fi say COVID no enya bibia we so. We locked this country for 2 straight weeks. And I was against it. But they took that decision, say, so close, you don't put 30 years from Yarian say nipa. That 2 weeks, no, also a greater Accra and a greater Kumasi. Now 2 greater Accra and 2 greater Kumasi, Ghana is closed. You can't move, you can't do anything. For 2 weeks, Obian Koba, you better them. Now you no, after 2 weeks, you know. You have to talk this move. Obian Koba. For some period, you know, you tine more babesian. Okay, me say, so on our economy. You have wrong thinking. Idea COVID, I be digging unless you don't want to be truthful. Nene Ghana kwao, we are seeing na. Obi watching our brooch pain. Wako school ho, many young boy no watching our brooch pain. And they be an ending that one pam you know me as we are brooch on him. For phone the bus almost say, and I want 1 letter. Say, can I not 1 letter? It be a 40p. A moment to UK no 40p in the money 35p. And now 1 letter but 24 pounds. Well, some be any jari. No more friend Nivea, so almost some first, you know, for 79p in the money daddy, and they wouldn't need 3 point something a year into me. And you must say, now, dear child, dear saying, and name of Bono Kwana Costro. Now, with all this, that's a Ghana, your Timmy up and a crab up to Babia Druna. Now, catch him say, Ken Ufuriata cannot be an advisor to the president. You were a joker. The man has gone through a whole lot and he carries a lot of experience with him. Akufo-Addo that maybe president in there. I will consult him. Ken Ufuriata. Be president in there. Obi said I will consult him. Because ultimately guys James Omuni and I say comrade for Omuni bibi on bebua or mine. Then you don't know what you're talking about. And the president guys were pointing say Obeying special advisor on economy. The president why too late. Next say ko yi na no watchera ka ho say kwa say the ma baba never say ambuzari be no straight away because ultimate Antonin Kune you can't for 7 years now also Ghana after from COVID time to this time because you say one contribute to the president also COVID didn't Emma Ghana for chile to some extent nice say nipa mo chile but I say nipa ho chire wa nipa wo de hwe no ani nipa obema uska na wo de hwe no Asempa FM. So we were not seeing what he was doing to sustain this economy. He has done really well. What a new appointment was when the advisor and then representative and as envoy for the capital market.
Yes.
Capital market, you know, wouldn't need squad with more. Who do you go to and go and borrow? You have not built any relationship. What did the machine say? I said, what be a business? Now, when you're a bank manager, what did you need relationship? Last one of our course, bank manager Bombosa. That's all bank manager involved in. You have to have that relationship. or your asset. Ken Ofurata is an asset to this country. With political idea, but what can do who can be a Jomama be a president in it. Huh? Jomama etimin can't say, oh, you sue the servants of Ken Ofurata. Jomama cannot. He will need Ken Ofurata. But in politics, in the can you pay say now. No, he's an asset. The man has done really well and he has served this country. And they do be a Juno. Minia Obi. Mitie Minia Fifi Kote. And some no big kind in for Sanyamana
Bamia kind, yes.
But to me, I'm picking item by item. To tell me, Sabia, wait, you may say, what can there be? I about Mecca, will say, or Bano Babe president. Or be making sure say a benya amnesty for tax. Eti obibia Babe a biano, besatibia afresh. Do you know what it means? He has given people and comedy by catas. Also more amnesty. It told me there, or no more capital to inject in their business because the government money. This is positive thinking. Unless I want to business, I say. And I'm an accountant by profession. So because you say tax way, I say a Jew interest, a Jew penalties, a Jew this. Then my way of winning start afresh. What my bosia equity into your business. This is positive thinking. Or say Ghana card number no will now become everybody's tax number.
It is already now.
Yeah, which I agree with him. And to body wa kwa maka ne some more be a memorize number no. No must stop say just okwa akuta o card no. So that me cheno. Me obi me number dey them.
To say 10 or UK for example.
Me them trim. Ubusame
UK should be NI number, right?
Yes, ubusame NI number e will trim. Ubusame PPS number or Ireland e them trim. Ubusame Social Security number in the US e will trim. Ubusame Ghana card number e will trim. Ghana card number 714194191. It doesn't own to me. You know the IM number. Or the channel 718195191-6. Me say me who the importance of it. And so memorizing the whole trim. You go say the Ghana card you put no kono kujan ho man why card no. And the banks should also help people. So tell me from go mu trim. You go some dey o card ba.
So nkwa card no kana nka obo
number. Yeah, obo number na that should be enough.
Because they unique.
Yeah. Now passport. What say no kwaje passport? You don't need to go there for fingerprint because already Ghana card number no they have that information already. It's a day over here is off from Nanado picture the current picture account and it goes and then they'll print your passport. Exactly, they print your passport for you 24/7. I brought my wife now know the passport to we what Ghana here Ireland of course online no 3 days now at the fee so the channel and I did my will be no the brain. Are you okay? This is how we have to build this country. Na me kwa de minia obo Ghana Post. Onu say ese aboano. Na omo eye ayini ye address system ni ye. Instead of say number bi no mo de bobo honum unhu de faso bi woso. So omo tro road bi ese mani name. Then house will be a number. Eti efie bia so bia onya letter boss ofie ho.
I said the last time about say and only the next project at Ghana Post letter box for fee no.
When you sell it, people will not patronize. All this government should make it free available and to be a few people. And then the casa address that should be your address. And that address should be linked to your Ghana card. So everybody can be identified, can be traced in this country. The government should invest money. Say if you be a address. Now in address Oba baby obitino. They say you make say Otina UK. You can't N15 when we say
postcode
exactly N15 when we say Tottenham. You can't SC1 when we say Nam Elephant and Castle baby. Oko Ireland you can say D1 when we say Nam Dublin inside D7 when we say Nam Finglas. These are some of the things that we have to at least in the brochure we have to pick in my brochure na bebo and say you can brochure money as a better krumu. Obi.
Finally.
That be 15 minutes in India.
Oh, do.
Okay. Someone about me a kind. May make a change NDC4. They have to take time and listen to it. No musician be you. No fan comedy home. Because sa 24-hour economy no mkeka no. Omobwa enye adwuma. Because utie mi nia agbanyo.
Enye adwuma say.
Me ba na agbanyo kromo no apafo. Lolobi 24-hour no go and waiver. Me bo na obi ukromu mosia so. Ana say suonu. Ana say empatuom. When be 24-hour economy na say very no.
Moko jinkuzi ara.
The go to aba we NDC ni because of 24-hour economy na go to aba busa ho say ehefa na me baby a me 24-hour economy ehefa na be ye no me ehefa na meti. It's not going to happen because NDC is already against import substitution. Also KTM they call parliament say restricting import substitution imports na eba no almost that be on plan. So that makes sense. And you come to 24-hour economy now. What are you going to do different? What's the passport office? Now passport office one no. And I don't know if I know no mam kokwere. Now obi mo kura mo ha no mo run 24/7 memboa. 24/7 no. Edu anwumra. Say one last mo pon a. Oba maka ni nyina no. Ye bi obi obobɔ nwom ana obi obɛyɛ asɔre. Oni technician no ene security for naka. Accounts obi ani ho. Marketing obi ani ho. Because I saw what you say. Adamajono ogoton advert amahwan and when na ba betua sika ma be here accounts for all honum. So because you say me ba passport office you be 24/7 until you find this for makogo makoya adwuma passport office so me for the do say DVL you ba do so me for honum. Now when the guy you say na jono ba be register ne car o we second dia kwen fa na jono na akrofo kwa koji car no kwa office
something also be provided security
security no ombedi machi me resa me di me DV neighbor no mo di machi sa hey masa hwe NDC4 o ma wiama yi ba ko kifi ko take kana yi no o say me poster na ma ya bo ho no me banners no o say ma church a better tomorrow and no mo kasa ni nyina and a better tomorrow e o mo de o ma copy no mo ka bi better tomorrow what am check ideas na ba o me adu ho no
yes
o mo peki bi
mate
na LPG dey so e dey gu o say betua mo la ka be o mo peki bi no mo kwan ne kakra no fan come mo dey no because election 2024 no it's all about double tumi aye
ideas
exactly enye atemidi it's about double tumi aye and na me catch a gun ni bia wo tie me na dey say 2024 we are especially unemployed now go to aba busa ho say na wanam to aba na man e bebo ame e dey na nipa no ba beye ama me masetere mai to because so be 24-hour economy no busa ho say me meti barekese na barekese ya no dey na ba beye no ha na manya 24-hour economy
okay
because now no wa me mu say wa all the MPs no more apa west no omina ko sia wo wa and almost say 24-hour economy na say na hono na mo MP ni ka say yen go sa abo na yen ton no ana hono ma
me da say your excellency ma mintie incoming honorable MP Fred Agbenyo Fred
obi
me pato yetie
yewura akpalu wa o mbaba ko 6
yeah insia
I bet na video we actually say the last one SS
sure
me and some we invest me no invest I wish say they were listening to him this afternoon and
many kuruma no meti
so be mo bi on betimi ati say online
no wonder you see I understand why Ghanaians must not take people like him serious.
I didn't.
Yes. I don't think say anybody should waste his time and energy listening to my big brother Akpalu.
Oh, when someone walking in
oh, Obi, he doesn't deserve it. It's a complete waste of time to sit behind your radio set and listen to him.
I didn't hear.
Yes, I will tell you why. Why was I no? How I know? Send the neighbor in a go bridge. Me boy. We na go bridge.
So say experience that wakonya one person dey be boa Ghana.
So can say be brave.
Or dey be solve a problem.
Make am make am. Near neighbor in a go bridge. Or not Ghana. Also, what's a political party? Or no business on the hill.
Oh, Daddy.
Oh,
now you are getting personal.
Hold it.
He has not attacked anybody personally.
I am not going to attack him personally.
Yeah, but that's what you've started
I am not. Hold on, let me just make my submission. Make that. Me attack him personally. Me we did back.
I do we also on you.
Me we did back. What's me opinion no? To me attacking him personally.
Stop attacking him.
When people were talking, I sat here as though I was a ghost.
But nobody attacked.
So will you allow me to speak?
Stop.
With some of what I can't find president. Did I even cough?
I attacked.
You think I was happy with it?
You need not to be.
So allow me to make my submission.
Proceed.
Obi, I beg you, protect me.
Proceed.
I have 2 people in NPP people in the studio.
I'm protecting you.
Yes.
Proceed.
What you say? You me penny akpalu. On the part now, it's na. Wako kanda a list squad no say fly bearers no. On a business or you. And you no. Or better is no car. Baby, I be free about once no account. And then the party not on. And so that's what I say, there are no people you want to listen to. Otherwise, say, I'm Pampa say Ghana than Akumaso. None team never Ghana ha. Now is Jala to say, May and country, the government has done so well. You are defending the government. See,
yeah, but that's his opinion.
Even the president of the Republic of Ghana.
Yes.
On one akumum otiwa, otimiji tun say, Debbie and Koye. The finance my people in government. And they say, oh, but now you create a president, everything's okay. Would you present that done very well? What is this animal called free SHS that we must present and can vote at the car? Now, man for being your school now free SHS. What are you talking about? Are you real? Do you know number of people now? I mean, look, I see. How my GSS? How much TV am SS?
Because women just can't touch.
Do you know the number of people?
Women just can't touch trunk.
When we were talking, I kept quiet. January, where school be a quiet. Obi, where you sit? I will find them fail to support their words to go to school. I'm a parliamentary candidate. I represent a constituency. Committee. January way, course from SS. Is SS education really free in Ghana? Is it really free in Ghana? Are we really benefiting from it? So what is this thing say? Well, Ankanya Nana Kufa don't hear. Anka mobile phone ground to men. What are you talking about? What joke is that? You see, you enjoy this mediocrity. Now you are confronting issues seriously. Now you are professing solution about bias or maya. Who continue to run around in circles? Oma yenyi na idea. Ni papam na yenyi na yepe. Ya chaya adwenya ni papam. You can hate President Mahama, you can like him, you can say whatever you want to say about him. President Mahama had the opportunity to be Ghana man penny. His track record is there for all to see. President Mahama be di ade si car say be eba nesem. Say ye busu ye koboye. Say ye taxi say nya ye. Ni ode ye is available for all Ghanaians to see. I don't intend to re-echo anything on this program. Mama, yes, say health sector, say educational sector, say energy sector, every sector of our society. His contribution to this country is available for all to see. These elections, it's not about people going to pick textbooks from different authors and pin them together in scripts and invite the media and go and read those things to them. That is what Ghanaians are going to look to vote in these elections. Say a man for textbooks. Now otta we can we na ma track to paper so. Now we can we na ma track so. Na ma combine ni na ma French is a for na ya be kind speech at all. That is not it. Ghanaians are going to question the credibility of the personalities talking. Ghanaians are going to ask, say,
na yina no e.
E kan na also ba no. Na said who company same na okay no anye bia no what is all this why you post OG3 when we are talking as here can we show respect to our listeners?
Oh no, we are trying to
you don't have to ask me the question. You don't need to ask me the question. You don't need to interject me. I kept quiet.
Fred me pacho my NTO
me ahwe eduma na baomia. I have said it on radio before. Prior to 2016 elections, Obi, Metise Papaya Laji Kojina Central University, no ye lectures, no kasa. For a moment, I paused. I said, I think that this country has been missing something. I think, say, you will be a pampara, say, Ote in Yamanasia, you be Omega na the Shannon Sa, you be who results be. I'm telling you, at a point, the guy was convincing all of us. We thought we have seen some sharp brain guy, somebody coming from heaven. Tali, the guy. Na okaze negana, obi bet na ha, ediba omianum kasa, akweshe za gochawa mano. The same man who looked all of us in the face and told us, say, when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. The man who told us, say, Ghana ha, has a bebo busia, and they are quiet. All we need to do is to tow our roads. The man who told us, oh, no way, you want a Bank of Ghana. Sikawa, my women, and mismanagement. Any corruption, anything on money will be a war. What has happened in the past 7.5 years? What has it done? What is Alhaji Baumia scorecard? Now, you see, sometimes it's painful. Reality is the man didn't speak in Latino. He spoke English, right? Yen United actually said, yes, you are the Kakra. Obika Brofwa, yes, we are so edited. And all of us can interpretation and do deductions and know what exactly the man is saying. How can you be a leader who cannot take responsibility? I said as a person, you are the host of the program. Who are producers? Not say you be touching man. Not Dominic say, I made a me and I obi na ye. I made a me can be. Say Papa dia, oh, ye na ye. Was it not this same Alhaji FM who stood at the MPP program and brought a paper out and say MPP's economic management team? No, our body, near born in some manner, your body near born in some manner. Solid team. Oh, no, no. He ridiculed the NDC and said, who can even remember any member of NDC economic management team? Who is free? President Akufo-Addo called in the parliament. 2018, on see the economic gains no my no. Who put the brain behind it? Only a large native akungwem. O bonity here because a lizard has fallen from a tree. And day stress rate. That is laughter. I touch him there and me. I advise that they listen to me. I say me buy somebody. Your friend is Sata see the buy. Especially the Echo Parliament here, this mobile tax and they come and me. Who tell advice by being no kasai? Who tell so can say, oh, medie, tax your money by the mempe, and I've advised and nobody listen to me. We must be principled as people. As a people, we must be principled. Say yes, me wa ben mudie, President Ametu Anamobi, medie, mempe. I should be able to say it, regardless. One can be. At the Papa be a Kwanda Nanado. See, that day I felt so terrible for Nanado. An old man. You sat in your chair and you allowed a man you virtually picked up from a Bank of Ghana as a deputy governor, not known in the political circle. Even your own party people didn't have confidence, you didn't trust you. Created a lot of problem. And made him who he is today. He looked you in the face and tell you, say, one Bobra.
I don't know the speech now. We're here for no council.
Charlie,
we are here to analyze. We are here to do deductions. Hold on. We are here to do deduction. I'm not reporting verbatim what they said. We are making inference. We are making deductions and inference. Because I'm now Obi. Now they are there with mommy. Now my J. Now my kita next time, but now my question is, Debbie, me I do with them about me talking and the papa. What am I telling you? What am I telling you indirectly? Oh, tell me so. Oh, why are you quiet now?
Me too. So they also say, "Man, Obia."
What you say? So, but now say, "Who the oba? Me touch with the free all. Men say, even the size of government. Yet Nana Dubai over 120 ministers. Ghana for it, then you see there be. And no never buano. Ne Juma na Ghana for that sharing. So what me na man ye. That's the response that I gave to all of us. And never Obia Kojina on the Oba appointed 50 ministers. So it is to say, near me boss, yeah, no, a bonnet by appointing over 120 ministers.
Or say, only vision. No.
Which vision? Which vision? Nanado told us when it comes to the economy and governance of this country, no, on everyone on TSC. The person who could do it, who could lead the chart, Alaji Baumia. And that is why he brought what is this? Why are people so uncomfortable?
Not the time that channel me who.
Why so uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable.
We are
no more camp Akpalu. We name the audition the Fred. What here? What? Obihwe Baumia Onyane Fala in 2016. Onyane Fala in 2012. At that time, the can say, "Oh, I'm Pamba Bermuda. Oh, you're deputy governor." Enti Obia Baumia, the new kid on the block, the Baumia, and then to say more. You have been given the responsibility. Now, suddenly, the man that was started as the best economist that Ghana has ever seen. Before one could say Jack, now I'm moving away from economy. Now I see the digitalization account now. Go and check the history and the record. Ghana say, but digitalization does not survive in the vacuum. And one from a moon. If you don't have the infrastructure, you can't drive it. If you don't have the system in place, you can move it. What a visionary leader does, and they say infrastructure, now better drive it. That system, no, you put it in place. Without it, President Mahama, fiber optic, from the Eastern Corridor 1, but even the sector minister has acknowledged the very house that hosts a house here,
data center.
Data center. We built the data center. Uko neseke ha the
Accra Digital
Center. Say because of the time differences. Obi America, Obi India. You can go and sit there and work. We build the infrastructure. We put the system in place to drive all these things.
You've done well.
And it suddenly say, bedroom, not as if it's a new dawn. Something new has happened. And I ain't that. As I say GPS and as I say Saturday or Monday by some more register if when I was coming here to check traffic, some bus and pipe maybe I didn't want to get late. I just went on my Google map. I typed Joy FM, Sanofa Street. At the minute I'm some a bit pia. Say minimum cried remember. This same Alaji Baumia spends so much money in the name of creating one for Ghana. And I can say, why not of us use it? Of what benefit is it to us? And see, media Baumia sem no kai. You can take a sacrosanct, a Bible mamo.
Okay.
He has expressed vision. Obiti ase or no president mama say you know to say what show any make any policy statement. But how will you hear it? On the part Sebi own die house what idea. What bet me anyane.
How?
You decide on what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear, and who is going to force you. And this year Kasa na ye sema. It's not because of people like Kumi and MPP.
Yo.
The couldn't say the Ghanaians are in the
Ghanaians. Yes, Senegalese.
Oh, Charlie, this behavior.
But we also
can we do it nicely?
But we all
because we have a Kasa and hard dreams. I don't want that thing.
Okay, you go ahead.
Let's reform. They say I know why we need prime call parliament. Until we expect some decency and you should post yourself like that January. I can't now say Jaja. Man kasa
o de kawase
aparo de na woman so no me sorry ko gina ho be committee na woman so me sorry for me nchen cuz I can any time man I
shall confess
what you say
oh
Dr. Baumia Alaji Baumia sorry ebet na
but Fredo dem say na udi isi we no so
energy sector Obi, you are an energy person. You have worked in that in our field before. The investment President Mahama, the nation builder, a year in that institution. Almost say we have generated more power than we needed. We are even creating problems for this country. They say you have generated more power because the vision now is generating more power. Say you better create a selling power even to the neighboring countries. No, they didn't have any a clear understanding. Hey, my cancer Obi, share all the rating agencies. 2016, 2015, they all projected, said 2017, 2018, Ghana's economy was going to grow based on what? Investment. Now, John Mahama, in the oil sector. Until nobody say, almost can have in charge of the economy, but the management now, 2017, what did they do in 2017? Tell me one thing you did. 2018, what did you do? When you came, or say a policy credibility. What is all this thing that is wrong with
Fred,
this?
Can I give him some for that to do? Policy credibility, you see,
what is your understanding of policy credibility?
Okay.
Ghana, it doesn't exist in a vacuum. We always will go to these donor agencies to go and borrow money from them.
Yes.
We will go to the British Hood institution and go and take money from them. Ghana has been a member of IMF, only God knows since. And almost every government in Ghana history has visited IMF before we are a member of IMF. We go to IMF. A dream may be as third world countries. For even donor countries to give you money, they are not too sure of your programs and policies. So IMF itself can design a program. And that's what the perception said. Once you are rolling an IMF program, IMF will put you in check to do the right thing. So that is a policy credibility we are talking about. You sat in opposition. You ran down President Mahama. You told him, IMF, this e-levy. You told us that once we give you e-levy, when you came, IMF program also, you extended it by 1 year.
Fred Medase.
Subsequently, now I can say you are running an IMF program.
Medase.
And yes, you see have the effort to come on radio and
Fred,
what kind of double standard is
30
this?
seconds. And then another person can.
One, different governments have gone to IMF for different programs. Currently, we are under the IMF for stability.
Yes.
The NDC went for policy credibility. He must understand what it takes to go for such a policy. Don't idea. Okay, can. Secondly, NSMB can say, Anna, projected, say IMF had projected, say Ghana was going to grow this
in 2017.
It's a fallacy. President Kufuor growth was 9.8. We had discovered oil in commercial quantities at the time at Okono. And it was going to grow. As at 2011-2012, we were growing. 13.9.
2011, it came to 14.
Yeah, 14. Oh, Nyaboche, highest ever. Fabo on Safonyene. And I'm afraid more unprecedented growth. When it got to the incompetent one after 2012, Otitiya Bafom Bedu 2.9. That's how bad. That is the credibility you are talking about. Okay. And you're happy saying was going to grow. And it was growing. What you mean growth, you know, at ABC 2.9, you are happy talking about this.
And that's your
comment. Assembly.
Yemrena so Ekosiisen the higher Sempa FM. Mama Dabi membrana so. Madam Wasi, we'll do this again next week. Have a fantastic evening.